Hello everyone. In the previous session we had seen DLL health solution, that is side-by-side execution. In this video we'll see something called as debugging in .NET that will help you to use debugger in Visual Studio of any version. This will specifically help you while getting any exception or any kind of error. So basically in debugging we're having three types of error. First one is compile time error, second one is runtime error, third one is logical error. Sorry for my typos. Okay, so what do you mean by compile time error? It's something like you forgot a kind of any operator, like if you are having string name and you just go for any name and you basically forgot an assignment operator, so this will give you an error. This is something like you don't need to run your .NET application, it will give you while you typing your code. Okay, somehow red squiggly line comes under this test, and wherever this name is being related, it also gives you an error there. So that's your compile time error. Next is runtime error. This is somehow an error where you run your .NET application. At that particular point of time, this error comes up. So let's say we're having divide by zero error, or sorry, exception, or there might be like index out of bound exception. Something like if you're having uh, array size of, let's say you're having array of 2, but in the value you are taking 3 values, so definitely it will give you an error of index is out of bound. If you're having size of 2 and you are having 3 values, definitely give you an error. Okay, so that's your runtime error. uh, it shows, this error shows in a pop-up box while running your .NET application. Next is logical error. This is somehow your syntax is going to be correct, everything is going to be run okay, your application is going to be completely built and run properly, but the thing is it will not, I mean, it doesn't break your code. Okay, and it is difficult to avoid and somehow locate. So something like we're having uh, console dot read key. This particular line of code holds your window output. Okay, so if you forget this console.read key, your application is going to be built, run properly, but it will not show you in the window. So this is a problem or kind of logical error, right? So let's see this three types of error in our Visual Studio. So I go to my Visual Studio. Okay, so I need to open this. Okay, so I go to my Visual Studio. I'm sorry for this delay, this is somehow slow right now. Okay, yeah, because of this. Okay, so in Visual Studio, go to new project and take Visual C Sharp and give a name as in console application. So I'm giving the console application name. Sorry for this second window. Okay, so I have my console application. I'm giving a name as debugging, and in the solution explorer you can find your project having program .cs properties and references. Okay, so I go to my program.cs. In the main window, we'll first deal with compile time error, this one. So I go in the studio, and there we will see what we'll write in the post one, that is compile time error. So I have void main method. Inside that I'll take integer age equals to 30, and then I'll take string name equals to test. Okay, and then I'll just make a method that is display showing you the age and the name. Okay, and then I'll put console dot read line. Okay, so you can see it gives you an error here display because we don't have any method. So I'll create one method here, public static void display, and I need to pass the arguments, so that is integer age and string name. Okay, inside this, I'm sorry, inside this I will print my output, that is console.writeLine, and your name is this one, and let it be very simple, your age is plus age. Okay, okay, build my solution, no problem. Oh, where am I? Yeah, so build my solution, it succeeded, no problem. Okay, so if I now remove this one, string name equals to test, so if I just remove this, it will show me the error. You can see here this squiggly line, it says expected, but basically you need to make an assignment operator here. So this is a kind of compile time error. You're typing your code and the error shows up. Okay, and you had seen this error at various places. You write this code, display age and name, but you haven't this method, and then also it will show you the error. So basically this is a compile time error. Okay, so we'll go to the next error, that is runtime error. So I remove this one, public static void main, this is no use. Okay, I remove this too. So I'll take this this array kind of thing. So string name equals to test, that is the same, and then I'll take an array, string array. Let's say I take hobbies equals to new string news, where it is not coming. Okay, I take an array of 2, and then I'll just put my values in the hobbies, index of 0 I'm taking as cricket, and then I just copy this to make it fast, then again I paste it. Just change your index 0 1 and then 2, put here let's say football, and this is going to be basketball. Okay, now I just need to print this console.writeLine, and again your name is going to be name, and then plus plus your hobbies, oh I'm sorry, your hobbies are first hobbies, that is your index 0, and then I take another hobbies that is on index 1, another hobbies on index 2. This is basically concatenation that you had seen. Okay, so I build my solution, no problem, build 1 succeeded. Okay, so now if I run this, okay, it will show me the error, and you can see this works completely fine, but yeah, this is now error, index out of range exception. Okay, so now how to get this error is basically, first one, it is in the debug mode, that's why it shows the error. So how to use this debugger of Visual Studio 2010 or any version, you just put the breakpoint here by clicking on your left key of your mouse. So I'm putting my breakpoint at void main string, and just press F11. So if I press F11, it goes to the main method, and then it goes to the string name test, You can see right now it is null because it is not yet executed. So if you again press F11, this yellow box goes to the next line of code, and it will show if you hover this on the name, right, if, by pressing F11 again, it will show you the name equals to test. So if I press F11, it goes to the next line, and if you hover this on the name, you can see name equals to test now. So in this here right now hobbies is equals to null, but if you press again F11, it goes to the next line and it will show you the string of 2. Okay, you can see here null and null. Still it is null because it is not yet assigned. Here it is in the hobbies, it is null. So if I again press F11, it will show you the string 2 and it will show you the cricket in the index 0. You can see here. Okay, press F11 and now it will show you the error somehow. You can see here index out of range exception was unhandled. So you're having 2 of size, but you are putting 3 values. To remove this error, you just need to erase this one and just delete this entity from here. Now this works completely fine. Oh yeah, we haven't put any console.read key. That's why that's another kind of error that we had seen, that is logical error. Yeah. So now, yeah, I'm still in the debug mode, sorry. Okay, now it'll work. You can see your name is test, your hobbies are cricket and football. I haven't put it in the escape characters and new line characters, so please sorry for that, but that's okay. Just to understand, just to make this clear, that is runtime error. So if, I had taken index out of range exception, that is 2 I had taken and 3 values I put, so it gives me an error, and you can deal this thing with the help of debugger. Here it should be debug, and by pressing F11 you can get to the breakpoint and execute your line of codes, and you get the errors easily. Okay, that is your runtime error, and we also had seen the logical error. If I remove this or if I just comment it, you can see you cannot hold your output windows. If I go to start debugging or running your application, so you can see your window just pops up and goes away. So that is your logical error. Syntactically everything is okay, but just missed the line of code. So if I again uncomment this and Control Shift B, and if I debug again, you get your output window. So that's your logical error. Okay, thank you so much for listening me.